Hey guys, welcome back to Film Feature 43. Today we're going to talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the 6th episode and season finale. We got a lot to talk about, twists, turns, and all that good stuff, so let's get into it. So we start off this episode right where the last one left off, with the Flagsmashers taking hostage the members of the GRC. Hostage situation here. They got people in vans, taking them to God knows where, and we get our first look at Falcon America. Or should I say, hashtag that's my cap. Batroc's back, and he's leaping about looking for revenge, specifically on the Falcon. He really doesn't care about what's going on with the Flagsmashers and their agenda. He's out to kill the Falcon. And so him and Sam get into this punch him up. And Sharon's back, and she's burning people with mercury bombs and essentially just burning them alive, killing them. Then we see Sam with the shield and the wings at the same time. I think the shield and the wings are a plus. It's not as cool as Mjolnir in the shield. But it's the way that they kind of have Sam use the shield and use the wings. Even though he's not a super soldier like Steve Rogers or John Walker, he's able to use what he has, aka the wings, to do just as good of his job as those two can, and have even more of an advantage being able to fly from place to place. Hashtag not my cap shows up, and he tries to use the shield that he made
in a cave with a bunch of scraps.
In the post-credit scene, and it's a dud. Doesn't bounce back. It's not made of vibranium, so I don't exactly know what he expected. And also, that badge that he welded on at the beginning would really throw the aerodynamics off on that thing, and it would lop to one side. But he gets into a fight. John Walker loses, gets his butt handed to him, and we see a helicopter chase scene with Sam. And a really good, actually, action scene for this. I believe they probably had a smaller budget since it's a TV show. I don't really know. It's essentially the same amount of time as, like, 3 movies, so maybe they did have an equivalent budget. I'm not sure, but the special effects really work with the flying stuff, and Sam saving the helicopters and the pilots from the helicopters. John Walker tries to save the hostages, and he fails. He ends up letting Carly go and essentially losing the hostages. And the real new Cap saves the day, and everybody sees him saving the day, and he's seen as the symbol now as the new Captain America. Biggest shock of the episode, or not if you've seen it coming, is Sharon is the Powerbroker.
I'm disappointed in you.
That's what I was going to say. And you betrayed me.
Because you wanted to control a world that hurt you. You just want me because you need your muscle back. Without our super soldiers, how much power does a Powerbroker really have?
A lot of people saw that coming. I believe I said it in the previous episodes. I didn't think she was the Powerbroker, but she was probably working for the Powerbroker. Turns out she is the Powerbroker, and we get a Mexican standoff with her, Batroc, and Carly. She gets a bullet. She gives a bullet to Batroc, and Carly's about ready to kill her until Sam shows up and saves her. Sam's fighting Carly. He keeps getting knocked down, but he keeps getting back up because he can
Do this all day.
Carly gets blasted by Sharon. She's on her deathbed, and she apologizes for what she did. That kind of gives Sam this turn of heart that she's just this innocent kid who got in over her head. And we see that the bad guys are going to the raft. Which I kind of think something is coming with the raft, considering the fact that they keep mentioning it over and over again. I have a feeling that whatever villains, be it Abomination and Zemo and Whiplash and whoever else is in that raft, whoever they can get back, are going to come back in a later episode, whether they be in a team like the Thunderbolts or kind of a different team that we haven't seen yet. I think that that's going to happen eventually. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is back. I forgot last time to mention that her character in the comics is a character called Madam Hydra, and she gives John Walker a new suit and dubs him the U.S. agent. We also see Sharon coming in and getting reinstated into the United States government in the end credits scene.
Welcome home, Agent Carter.
So I did say I thought she was working for the government and it was kind of shady backroom dealing. Turns out I was wrong then, but I'm right now. So she's going to use her ties as the power broker and her ties to the government now that she's reinstated to do even more bad things. She's going to come back in a Falcon or Winter Soldier, or should I say Captain America, Winter Soldier story down the line where...
Start lining up our buyers. Super soldiers might be off the menu, but we're about to have full access to government secrets, prototype weapons, you name it.
She's going to play the good part where it comes back that she's really not, and they're going to have to deal with that. Either turn her back to the good side or take her out, which Marvel likes to do with their villains, is take them out. So I'd like to see where that goes down the road. So that's the episode. As for my review, I feel like this series as a whole was supposed to be longer for some reason. There are theories out there that they were going to deal with a pandemic in the series. There's a lot of ASDR where they're talking about like tuberculosis and stuff off screen, but they think that that was supposed to deal with a pandemic, and clearly what's going on in the world today, they didn't really want to deal with a pandemic in the show. They probably thought it was going to be over by the time this came out, so they changed it. I feel like they cut a lot out just for the fact that WandaVision was 9 episodes and this was cut into a 6-episode swath. But needless or regardless, I think that they did a pretty good job. If that is the case, they cut some stuff out. They did a pretty good job of kind of sandwiching this show together with, you start out with the really emotional stuff to begin with in the first episode, and then you get to the action stuff, and the action continues the whole way through, where you get a few emotional beats here and there, and then you sandwich it at the end, finishing it off with more of the emotional stuff to make a nice Falcon and Winter Soldier sandwich. I think they did a good job of that. I did enjoy this finale a little bit better than I did the WandaVision finale, just because I feel like it followed the tone of the show a little bit better than WandaVision did, where you had a lot of the meta stuff in WandaVision, and then the ending was just a big punch 'em up in the sky, and Wanda went on with the rest of her life, didn't really have any consequences, where this show feels like it is going to have consequences further down the road for the new Cap and Bucky, where Wanda, we're going to see her again, obviously, but it didn't really feel like it bookended that show as well as they could have. I feel like this, whether it was supposed to be the last episode or not, and they changed it, I feel like it bookended the show pretty well with the emotional stuff with Isaiah and the gentleman who Bucky had killed his son in the past. I feel like that bookend really did well with the show. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Leave a like on this video. Do you like how the show ended? Do you wish they would have a few more episodes? I feel like it was just starting to ramp up a little bit, and they did kind of cut it a little short, but that's just my opinion. You guys let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.